Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope that everyone is having a really great and peaceful day. Today I want to be doing a first impression review, and it's on the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know a lot of people say Anastasia and some people say Anastasia. I would say Anastasia or ABH. But Anastasia Beverly Hills, I will be doing a look from the Norvina palette. Anastasia Beverly Hills has been around for some time now. They have put out a plethora of beautiful palettes all the way up to her daughter's first palette called Norvina. And Norvina was created by Claudia, again, which is Anastasia's daughter. And this is her inspiration. You know, when I think of Norvina, I think of a very empowering, beautiful, colorful woman who just embraces color, has really certain strong colors that she feels very drawn to, and like the pinks, the purples, the greens, like, you know, I just really think about just color, just endless colors. And her eyes are always a bold statement. Anytime she rocks a look, it's a beautiful look. And when I look at the Norvina palette, I do see Claudia. I do see her in this palette. I see the time that she's taken to create the palette. I see the inspiration behind the colors that she's chosen. And you know, I have seen other people's reviews and how they feel like it's, if you cover up some of the colors, you have a neutral palette. There's only a few, or some people feel as there are only a few purples that are in the palette, and it doesn't really make a purple statement. To me, it's about the person's vision. It's about Claudia's vision. If she feels this palette strongly represent her and what she feels inspired, then these are the colors that represent her and her vision. And you know, we all have our preferences. We all have our perception of how we think a certain palette should look. If it's all in purple packaging like it is here, that we think that it should be a purple palette with all the purples. And I can understand that, and I can understand why people may feel that, you know, when they saw the Norvina palette, they hope for more, you know, orchids and lavenders and deep purples, or maybe smoke purples in the palette. But maybe she wanted to just have a couple colors that represented her, and have the rest of the colors for those who may feel like, you know, but maybe that's too much purple, or maybe I don't have enough transition crease shades, or, you know, I love purple, but I wanted her to have some of these other colors. So it seems that you may have created this in mind also for all of you all out there, including myself, to put something in there for everybody so no one really feels left out. So the Norvina palette has already launched. If you want to purchase the palette, it's at Ulta, and the price for this palette is $42. And since this is my birthday month, I was gifted this palette, so it is one of my birthday gifts. And to everyone out there with the August birthdays, happy birthday to you, and happy birthday to come. I hope that you will have a really beautiful birthday month. And I was so excited to be gifted this palette because I wanted the palette. Like, when I saw it, I'm like, I'm just gonna, on record, I love Anastasia Beverly Hills products. I love her eyeshadow palettes. I know there are people out there who feel like, well, Anastasia can give us a little bit more, or it's too much, or, you know, whatever the controversy may be. but I feel drawn to Anastasia. I think of a very elegant woman who wants to hear her consumers, who hears, sees, wants to make sure that she provides elegance. She's very poised and, very thoughtful about what she wants to put out on the market. And to me, they're stunning. When I think about Anastasia, I think about a beautiful Swarovski type vanity that has ABH products, all of these nice, beautiful golds and crystal types of decor. And to me, it's elegance. So going into this palette, so you have the out packaging of, well, this is the inner packaging. So you have the outer packaging the same color as the package of the palette. Same color as the palette. And then on the back, you have the colors of each shadow on the back with the names and the ingredients for each shadow, so you can read about it. But let's talk about the front of the packaging. So you have Norvina here. If you rub your finger across it, it has a raised font. So there is a special embossing that went into this, the packaging. Also for Anastasia, there is a raise here. So when we look at like the packaging that the palettes come with, you have to take time to look at how much time was put into the palette. And I think this is, some good money. When there are raised embossing on anything that you buy, that is some money to create that embossing. So I just want to make that aware. So you are getting what you pay for and then more. So looking at the palette is a beautiful lilac purple shade with a nice, I would say like the velvet covering to it. And then you have the classic, like, I call it like a bookmarker, like when you have books and have the ribbons so you can open it up. So basically like the ribbon is there, and then when you open it up, you get the mirror, you get the sleeve here, and then you get the mirror, and then you get 14 shadows in this palette. So these are what the colors look like. Top row is all shimmers or metallics, bottom rows are mattes. So when I look at this palette, I look at all my products in, quads. I look at them in trios. I look at them in 6. And when I look at them by quads, so you basically have like 3 quads and then maybe 2 singles on the end. They do come together. You can like intermix the colors, or you could just stick to a quad, or you could stick to a duo. So when you think about it, like these, like as a duo, all the way to the end, or you could see them as quads. So these fours, and then these 2 duos. So that's how I usually look at colors. I look at the scheme and how they're placed in the palette. You do get a dual-ended brush, so that's what that ribbon is for, to help you lift up the brush from the palette. So it's a blending brush and a flat eyeshadow brush that comes with the palette. And a beautiful mirror once again. So everything is beautiful. You have some bronzes, you have some golds, you have some pinks, you have some purples, deep purples, light purples. So out of here, I'll say there's like 3 shades of purples. going from like a lilac to an orchid into a deep, almost like smoky purple bronze type color. And then you have some gold, and then you have some neutrals. So you have something that you could create, you know, like your day look, and also you have some colors that you can create a very dramatic night look. So I think, you know, I think that is really good that she created this palette with some tones. And I know some people who maybe say like, well, we want to see Anastasia come out with something different. You know, we're used to the neutrals, and every palette has their own staple signature colors that I think they want to represent their palettes. And you may see some repetitions of colors or repetitions of the names of the shades and palettes, but those are probably signature colors that they feel are necessary to have in their palette to complete the entire palette, while they add some additional new colors in the palette. I'm somebody who can rock it either way. I can rock it with someone who adds all new shades, or throw in a few like OG shades and then add some newer shades. So I personally expect it to have more newer shades with maybe a few OG shades, or just all complete shades. But I can understand if, you know, certain brands like to have signature OGs, like their blacks or their browns or something for transition and to deepen colors, or a base shade in their palette. So I could see that. So let's get into my tutorial. That's my thoughts about the palette. I personally love it. I couldn't wait to own the Norvina palette. As soon as I heard word up in the Instagram that she was coming out with this palette, I was like, I'm here for it. I am completely here for it. So I already have what I put on my face today. I basically used my Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder foundation in Honeycomb 20. So that's the foundation. I use a face primer. I use the Maybelline Hydrate and Smooth primer base. And then I also use a little bit of bronzer on my face. And that's my bronzer. This is the Bare Minerals Ready Bronzer in the High Dive. I really love Bare Mineral products. Again, it gives me a very light, very natural type of look. That's the kind of look I like to go for. I like to look like it's very lightweight. I'm hardly wearing any makeup. Just a very natural look. And then I use my NARS blush in Seduction. So that's what that color looks like. And I put that on my cheeks. I love NARS blushes. And then I went in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Dip Glow Kit. And I think this is the main kit I have. And then I just recently got the Aurora Glow Kit as well. So this is the Glow Kit, and I use the color Bronze. So I use bronze as my highlight. So I wanted more of a goldy type of bronzy look. So that's what I put on my cheeks, and I used it with the Luxie Beauty Taper Highlighting Brush, the 522 brush. And yeah, and then I prime my eyelids with the Kat Von D color correcting eyeshadow primer in light. Her primers really stick to the eyes, so that's why I used it. And I'm hopefully, because I'm going to put color in my lower lash line too, so hopefully my eyes don't water and bleed underneath. So I was looking for a primer that would really stick the colors. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go in with my Eco Beauty brush And I'm going to pick a transition shade. So I want this more of a purpley type look with maybe some blend of other colors. I don't know. I'll just make it up as I go. So I'm going to go in with Soul. And Soul is this color here. So I'm going to use that as my transition crease shade. And so you can pick this palette up on Anastasia Beverly Hills website. And you also can pick it up at Ulta Beauty and Sephora. And any other retailers that Anastasia may carry their products. But those are the places that I know off my mind that would carry the products, especially here in the U.S. So I really like that color, so it really blends in nicely. I'm just making circles in this area. It's nice and pigmented. So I feel like this is really nice. It's gonna give a nice, I think this purple is a signature. This is probably her signature color out of this palette. And maybe she just wanted to have only a few purple shades versus again making it an all purple palette. And that's just my opinion about it. I can't speak for Norvina. She did create a video talking about the creation of Norvina and where her inspiration came from for the palette. So just for anyone who may be questioning why there's not enough purples, so that's my transition. Because I think, you know, anybody who creates a palette puts in a lot of time to create their palette and their visions for their palette. And I just give you know, we can give our opinion about palettes, and you know, there's always something that we feel should be done differently, but that's always based on our own preferences about a palette. So let's go in with another shade. And I think I want to play with some pink. So I think I'm going to play with the color Love in the crease as well. So it's this shade here. And I'm just going to use my blending brush. It's an e.l.f. brush. And I'm just going to, there is some kick up with the color, so you just have to be careful. Don't push in hard on the pigments, just gently touch. just gently touch the shadows. I still want Soul to be the star of the show, but I want some little bit of love mixed in with Soul. So you can't have a soul without love, right? So we gotta have some love in the soul. And I also think this is probably one of her signature shades, because I think Norvina also like pinks. I just wanna be in there. And this is definitely her baby. This is her palette. And I'm sure lots of love went into creating this palette. But look at that pink. That pink is so pretty. And I think pinks look really good on, I think, like all skin tones like that. Nice rosy, almost like a dusty rose type of pink. And again, depending on your skin tone, it may look a lot deeper, or it could look very soft. So I just want to blend that in, kind of merge in those colors. So you just want to be gentle, because I think the powders, not the powder, but the pigments are soft, so you don't want to go like digging and pushing in with your brushes. And sometimes some of us can be hard with our our technique, so just be really gentle so you don't pick up too much. Just pick up a little bit, because they are pigmented. So now I'm going to go and work on my outer crease. So for my outer crease, I'm going to pick up my BH Cosmetics like taper blending brush. So it's like a short like crease brush basically. So I'm going to go, I want to deepen up my outer V. So I'm going to take the color Passion. So I'm going to go in with this color in my crease. We want to create some passion with love and soul. So we want to make sure we put a lot of love with some passion. And I'm just going to go and gently deepen up that outer V. And Passion would make those colors look very purple. So if you're looking for a way to deepen soul and love, add you some Passion. Because Passion is already like a I would say like a deep, almost like a deep burgundy, plum type shade. So you could just take that color up. And I may take Passion all the way down, which I probably want to, not all the way, but partially. I'm going to take that color down because it's such a pretty color. And I like to line my lower lash lines with dark colors. Sometimes light, just depends. So let me grab my pen, my brush. I'm going to use my Eco Beauty like short shader smudger brush, and I'm going to smudge Passion right into my crease. No, what's in my crease? I'm still thinking about my crease. I'm going to smudge it into my lower lash line. So basically carrying that Passion down part of the way, not all the way. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this side. And basically just line that area. And then I'm going to start picking out some lid shades. So I'm going to, I'll probably choose 2 lid shades to play with. So let's use Drama. So I'm going to use Drama, and I'm going to use that on part of my lids. So this is that color here. So I want to play with it. It looks like a pretty shimmer shade. And I'm just going to put that here. It's such a pretty color. And it's like a very soft shimmer. Not too in your face. So I just want a little bit of drama, not a lot. I'm just going to mix that in with the crease shade. The outer crease. I'm going to mix that in with Passion. There's a little bit of drama with Passion, isn't it? And just patting that color on. So you all can see. So I'm really going in with the colors that I feel are inspiring to Norvina. As I should say, to Claudia, in creating this Norvina palette. So then I'm going in for another lid color, and I'm going in with Celestial. And I'll probably put that on most of my eye. So this is Celestial here. So yeah, Celestial is giving me life, honey. I absolutely love it. It's that beautiful, like, purple stargazing type color. It's just very nice. And although they're shimmery, they do have some full qualities to them. And I love using this C brush to pack on shimmers and metallics because it really packs on, because of the density of the brush. It really packs on color very well. So if you're looking for a dense brush to pack on your metallics and your shimmers, definitely look into this brush. I highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, that is beautiful. Purple Magic. So that is that part of my eyelid. So now I think I want to carry that color down. So I'm going to use that same smudge brush, and I'm going to cover my lower lash line. But actually this is the wrong one. This is the brush that I use for my lid color when I use Drama. So we don't want Drama at the bottom. Drama can stay on top where it is. So we're going to take this brush, my Eco Beauty smudge brush, and take Celestial to the middle part of my eyes and basically smudge that in. Just like that. So, as you can see, I have smudged that color in, and then we're going to come and we're going to grab an inner corner that's going to go inner corner into that rest of the part of my eyes. So I'm going to take, I want to take a gold color. I'm tempted to take Wild Child, then I want to do gold. Let's go on the wild side. Let's be, don't always have to fit myself into that line of only using gold in my inner corner. Let's play with Wild Child. So I'm going to take this Angle Eco Beauty brush and use Wild Child to create a inner corner highlight, and take it down to my lower lash line. And there you have it. A nice Wild Child is taking over. Has taken over the inner corner. And she's like, get out of the way, soul. Get out of the way, love. Get out of the way, passion, celestial drama. Make way for the Wild Child. I'm taking pointers from Wayne Goss after watching his video about hooded eyes. And he was giving pointers about your inner corner highlight and how he likes to keep a nice shape for the inner corner. And he said not to just throw color in your eyes. He likes the classic way, which I agree. But sometimes when you want to be bold and daring, you will tend to take that color a little bit too far. And I like to just play. You know, I know there's some elegance in the way we should wear our makeup. And I do think it does give great shade and definition when you line your inner corner highlight versus just taking your fingers and just dot it, or just taking a brush and just smash the colors in there. So I greatly take his feedback on lining your eyes. So I think that pretty much completes my eye look. So the only thing we need to do now is go in with some mascara, which I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, which people say is a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm just going to pop some color on these lashes. It would be nice if L'Oreal were to create a mini brush wand with the same formula, like a L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mini wand, so we can get into our little lashes at the bottom. But I do think that L'Oreal should come out with a mini version of this wand for the lower lash line lashes. I think mini wands should be created with mascaras, or a double-ended mascara that has like a little wand for our lower lashes, just so the bigger wands doesn't, you know, create any smudging on the eyes, and that we don't get the wands in our eyes either, because wands can be too big, especially when these company wants to create wands for volume. Create a wand on the opposite end for the lower lash line. Like a baby one, like a baby, or a comb, like a baby comb type wand. Just very wispy and small, so we don't risk, like especially for myself, don't risk poking out the eyes. Like e.l.f. makes a really tiny beautiful small wand, I think, for the lashes. And it's from the beautifully line that they have, that I think works perfect for combing the hairs, like the lower lash line hairs. Just a thought. Or ABH, you can give us a mascara, honey, and create one in with a nice volume type lengthening, volume plus lengthening mascara on one end, and on the other end give us a mini wand for doing our lower lash line, our lashes down here. And yeah, I'm sure it will be sickening the house. I'm sure it's going to be good and very nice. So that concludes my eye look. So I use 5 eyeshadows out of the 14 on this eye look today. And my thoughts about the palette, I will save that in a few minutes. So the last thing I want to do is add a lippy, and I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Craft, and this is the color. So give it a nice little plummy type finish. Have a slight sweet scent. And I think this color gives a nice contrast to the eye look, because I kept thinking like, oh, I want to find something to go, because I know I was going to use some purple colors. Because you know me, I could go extra bold and go into my oranges. I'm like, let's tame myself today. Let's be tame and let's not be too out there. So there you have it. A nice, beautiful purple look with a nice purple, I don't know, I feel like a purple pink lippy. And you know, I wanted to give full Norvina glam with this look. And I basically flat ironed my hair because I needed to trim my ends, so that's why my hair is straightened. So that's why it is nice and pressed. So my thoughts on the Norvina palette. I absolutely love this palette. I love the purples in there. You do get a variety of colors. You get the warms, you get the cools, you have your neutrals, you have your pastels, and you have your dark, deep plum shades. You have something for everybody here. To me, the color story is a purple color story with some pop of pastels and some general neutral shades. You know, I think when Claudia created a palette. This is just my thoughts. It may not be hers, but they're my thoughts. I want to think when she wanted to lay out this palette, she wanted to include some transition shades, some warm, some cool, some neutral undertones. And also she wanted to have a good base shade, so a color that you can lay all over your eyelids before you started layering your other eyelid shades. And she want to have a deep smoky plum. She want to have some gold, some light gold, some neutral gold, some peachy golds. And she wanted her pinks. She wanted her purples. She has that in her mattes and as well in her shimmers. So to me, it is a balanced palette. It goes together. You have something for everyone. I particularly like it. I see the color story, and I would recommend this palette. You have, I think when it comes to creating palettes, especially if you already have some Anastasia Beverly Hills other palettes, the Soft Glam, the Prism, the even the Subculture. If you also have, you know, the Self-Made palette, some of her other palettes that she has, the Modern Renaissance, you have a lot of variety that you can play around with this Norvina palette to add on or just work strictly from this palette. You know, if you're more of a neutral person, you have your transition shades in here. You have your pops of gold. You, the people who are only into neutrals, will only wear golds, bronze, and light colored shades or taupes. She has Eccentric, which is like a warm brown, orange, rust type shade. She also have Incense, that is more of a cool down, lighter brown shade. And Volatile looks like a taupey, smoky type of shade. So again, something for the cool tones. And if you don't like any of those mattes, you can pull, or the purple, so you could pull out other transition shades like Morocco or Fudge. You know, you could pull out other colors from the other palettes as transitions or to line your eyes or all over your eyes. But I definitely see something for everyone in this palette. It's gorgeous to me. I love Wild Child. It's a signature, beautiful pink shimmer shade. Celestial is like one of my favorites. Celestial and Soul, I can just wear that together and I'll be done. Like, I love those two shades. But I love Love. Love is hidden under Celestial and between Soul, but it's a beautiful pink shade. And if you just want to have a pink look, you can use Love and Wild Child together, those two colors as a duo, and call it a day with maybe a pop of Summer, a Dazzling for an inner corner, and maybe line your eyes with like Volatile or even with Soul, and that would create a beautiful look. So I dig this palette. I see where she was going, and I think she did it well. There are palettes to come in the future from Claudia and her mother Anastasia. I know that they have visions, just like we have vision and expectations of them as a brand, as a company. And to me, I feel like they're 5-star. They're always bringing it. And even with the Subculture, I own it. And I love the shade that in the palette. I know there's, you know, a lot of people going to have, you know, their disagreements. But, you know, I think that we have to always keep in mind those who are doing this as a business are doing it in thoughts of us, and also staying true to their vision as well. So that's one thing I don't ever want a brand to lose sight of, is their visions, what they see, what they want to give us. because as much as they want to please us as their customers, sometimes companies can get lost in their own vision, their own mission, trying to please us. But me, I feel like just meet the halfway point. Your vision, also maybe what you think your customers would like. And sometimes you just got to take that risk to put out a palette that you love, and stand behind the reason why you created that palette. And if people love and they can see where your vision is coming from, they're going to support you. So that's just my thoughts. So once again, this is my completed look of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Eyeshadow Palette and the Glow Kit and the liquid lipstick and craft. I love it. Hopefully you did too. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video and listening to my opinions about the Norvina palette. And I wish you all the very best. If you're somewhere in California where these fires are currently happening, please be safe, drive cautiously, and also think of others. And let's all pray for those who may be affected by these wildfires, and also other parts of the world where there may be national disasters as well. So let's do all we can in this world to help each other and support each other. And with that, I will say goodbye and thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.